And this morning, my job is to talk to us about how we can grow in this company. How we can grow. We all can grow. Do we still have more people in the rooms? Okay. So how we can grow in this company. How we can be recognized in the company. How you as a person can build a career for yourself in this company. And how you can add value to this company. How many of us agree with me that all these 4 bullet points are valid? You agree with me? Yes. Now, we are here to do justice to how this can be achieved. All right? And why me? Why must it be me that is taking this subject on capacity building? My name is Benga Lukosi, and by the grace of God, I authored a book titled Worth Waiting For. All right? Worth Waiting For is my first book. Why am I standing here this morning as a school dropout? A school dropout who is taking a subject on building capacity. Sir, it took me 24 years of my life to get a first degree in Nigeria. How many years? 24 solid years. That's what it took me to get a BSc that you... How many of us are graduates? All of us are. Yes. Yes. Me, I was not a graduate until after 24 years. But the struggles I have to go through, the challenges, the failure and the successes, everything together was in 24 years before I could say, now, this is my BSc certificate. And now, I can stand to talk to people that are even holding certificates that are higher than mine. What did I do differently? What happened in the space of 24 years? I'm going to be sharing some of the engagement that characterized my years of waiting for a first degree in Nigeria. You imagine that feeling when your classmates, when they left you, they all gain admission to higher institution of learning. But me, I kept writing WAEC, writing JAMB, writing everything, and it was not forthcoming. I was writing all of those things, and I could not achieve the right qualification, the right requirement to gain admission. Now, I remembered in the middle of all of this, I sat down one day and I said, Benga, what is happening to you? What is going on? How were you supposed to react that your mates are leaving you? The one that you are older than, they were all leaving you for higher institution of learning, and they came back from the school and still met me at home, hustling for a BSc. Are you following? Now, I remembered I sat down and talked to myself. I said, anybody that want to go anywhere, let them go. Anybody that want to go to higher institution, let them go. I am not bittered. I am not going to be jealous. Anybody that want to succeed should keep succeeding. I'm not going to be bittered because my mates are leaving me. That was my first resolution. I'm going to be happy for their successes. Thank God for their life. Now come back to me. I said, let them go. But they are coming back to meet me. But the next time we are going to see face to face, they are going to be meeting me relevant. They are going to be meeting me how? Relevant. I will not hide my face. I was not going to run away to hide for my classmate, for my classmate, for my younger ones. I told myself by the time they are meeting me again, they are going to meet me relevant, doing stuff that they can commend. So I said that to myself. I made that promise to myself. And I began to work things around it to make it happen. So what are those things that I did that got me standing here today? Not just here alone, I've received invitations to engage and address intellectuals, intelligent people, academic gurus in meetings, and they don't know that this guy was a dropout, could not secure admission on time. You know, I have handled interviews for PhD holders, master degree holders, right there in my office. And most of them were just talking trash. They could not even defend the degree that they were holding. And me here, that could not secure admission, could handle them face to face. And they don't even know that this guy talking to us could not secure admission. So I said that to say that it's not a function of your background that you are on the ground. The reason why you are on the ground is not because of your background. It's not because of the happenings around you. So if you are here, you want to start embracing excuses, I want you to think twice. Because here is a man who went ahead to make it happen despite all odds. I know you can remember those odds, those things that could be excuses. My parents did not have money. They don't have money to send me to school. I don't have uncles. I don't have any auntie. We have a poor background. So I was not in a right environment, so to say, to produce a man that you are seeing here this morning. But I did it anyway. See, what I'm going to be sharing with us this morning were not things that I learned from school. School did not give me what I'm giving you this morning. So, pardon me if I look down on school. I celebrate education the more. Education that I'm talking about is not found in the four walls of higher institution of learning and university that you see. I hope you know that education can happen anywhere. So I sat myself down, I came back to myself. Let them go ahead and learn, achieve whatever they want to achieve. I want to build capacity. I want to become somebody for myself. I want to be able to shake hands face to face with them when they come back. And now, they are coming back to attend my training sessions. I'm telling you all of this to let you know how important is capacity building. By the grace of God, the job I am doing here at Oxford, I got it through building of capacity. I'm sharing how I got Oxford job. How I got Oxford job. So listen very carefully. A friend of mine in another company met me and he's used to my posts on social media. He knows I'm a trainer. He knows I do talk to people and all of that. I speak. So he invited me to come and train the staff of his company. And it was like, come and train tomorrow. And he was telling me that today. You can imagine the short notice. Twice. Come and train tomorrow. We are inviting you. So they package me with flyer. You know. And I went there. I spoke on hunting for results. And it was a wow session. They loved it. And all they could do that day was a 5,000 naira cash. They packaged 5,000 naira for me. And I did not get angry. It was okay. And I left. 3 days after, the same man called me again. I said, we enjoyed that one. Oh, Mr. Benga, can you come and train us again? I said, yeah, no problem. I went again. And I spoke on another interesting topic. Call it monkey management principles. You need to see that session. Monkey management training. That's what I called it. And it was another wonderful experience. All of them enjoyed it. And after the training again, they invited me to the Oga's office. And this time around, I was going to wait longer. It was not as fast like the first one. And what was doing it? They had to send one of their staff with ATM to go out there and use POS to withdraw cash. And by the time they will come with the cash, it was another 5K. Another 5K. And the packaging is not me too. I collected with pride. Thank you. With my shoulder up. Thank you. And I collected the 5K. I thought that was all. Until I got a call the upper week again. Mr. Gbenga, come and train us again, no? And I say, you people have serious problem. You want to bring me again for another 5K session. You have serious problem. Instead of doing this, come and train, why can't you just sign me for a year contract? Let my consulting firm be your official trainer. I will handle all your staff and I know you'll be okay. Sign it, just sign it and say, okay, this is the amount we'll pay you annually. Is that not better than to be collecting for 5K? 5,000 times how many times in a year? So I proposed that to them. And they said, okay, no problem. I should go and bring my proposal. And I submitted it, waiting for approval. I'm sharing how I got Oxford job. So while my proposal was waiting for approval, one of the MDs in that company left. And there were two key people that were to decide on the approval that I was waiting for. So one of them left. Something just happened and she left. And it was a month after she left that I just got a call from her. Hello, Mr. Gbenga. I've been appointed as one of the MDs in Oxford. And they asked me to go and bring an OPS. Please, can we sit to talk about this? I said, no problem. So I was going to help her get an OPS. I don't even know anything else for. So I said, okay, no problem. But when I got to her, she insisted that I should be the OPS. That lady was sitting in that training session and she enjoyed herself. So by the time an opportunity knocked around her, she could not hear any other name other than Gbenga Olukosi. That was the name ringing in her head. Who can be my OPS? The name was suggested to her head through capacity building. She saw it that this is my right guy that can deliver. And that lady I'm talking about today is a GMD. Her name is Enola James. Can you put your hand together for my lady? Put your hand together for my GMD, please. That was our first meeting. I'm telling you. So she called me and we started Peak Leverage Group together. My job was to recruit, train, motivate art associate to go out and sell. My commission is always waiting, Abi. Abi, no more 5K. So, and that was the journey. And today, I'm one of the finest GRMDs in Oxford. Please clap for me again. Do that. So, capacity building is designed to open doors, amazing doors, even without you having to pray. I know prayer is good, but see, if you build capacity, doors can open on their own accord without you knocking. They will come out, they will come and call you. So that's what we are going to be doing this morning. How we can grow in this company. And we are using this company as an example because this is where we are. Okay? It doesn't mean that it cannot be applied to any other organization that we find ourselves. But I'm going to narrow it down to Oxford. How we can grow in Oxford, how we can be recognized here in Oxford, how we can be, because it's possible for us to build career for ourselves. I don't know the background that you have before joining Oxford, but you can come here and see a career that you want to build. And this organization can help you build that career. I hope you know. Many of us are not salespeople, but we just got here and say, I'm enjoying selling. And we want to train ourselves to be an expert in sales and marketing. So, and it is also important for us as we join this company to add value. Somebody say add value. Add value. Say I will add value. the value that you must add will go a long way to pave way for you in Oxford. Value added people are being called to the group on daily basis. They are torchlighting them. They are calling them to come and take positions. They don't just call them. They call them because they have something to offer. So that's what we are going to be looking at this morning. So what is capacity? What is that word capacity that we are addressing this morning? What is the meaning of that word? How does it sound? And what does it mean to you? So simply put, capacity, according to a dictionary definition, is the maximum amount that something can contain. The maximum amount that something can what? Something can contain. The ability to receive or contain. Maximum amount that something can carry. Actual or potential ability to perform, to do something, to make something happen. The amount that something can produce is as simple as that. The amount that something can produce. The amount that something can contain. See, we are differently gifted. I hope you know that. Capacity differs from persons to persons. Abi? There are some things that you can do that I cannot do. For instance, you can see that my head is big, but there is no single calculation in this head. Anywhere I'm going at it, I'm seeing figures, I'm running. Because I don't have that flair for figures. I've been offered banking jobs several times. I turned them down. Not because I don't need money. Hey, but there's no how I will count their money in that bank. The money will never be complete. Not that I stole the money. Something will just happen that you just got mixed up. So ever since my school days, I had to cram mathematics to pass. I had to cram for the sake of the exam. Just cram and pass. And let it just be gone. So I have a container inside of me, and I know the level of things that it can carry. You are wired to be able to carry something too. As you are seated here, there are things that you can do conveniently. When nobody is pushing you, you know that you are good at this thing. The world is looking for people like that to call up, to come and solve stuff for them at the top. There are things that you can do as you are seated. So that is what capacity. So it has a way of blowing you up out of proportion. It will bring you from nobody like this to somebody. It can remove any shame that has befallen you over the years. Capacity is a big word. Very, very. If you know how to manage capacity, how to build, how to develop it, how to grow yourself into it, you become an amazing person, a go-to person, anywhere, any day, anytime. Wake me up in the middle of the night after 21 days of prayer and fasting, vigils, and all of that. I know you are tired, now you want to rest. And someone now wake you up, Benga, please come and talk about capacity. Wallahi, I will not think twice. How many of us have been there that you were given microphone and you want to preach in church, and the material that you have written down to use, you just abandon it somewhere and you are flowing freely on another level of inspiration? They're just bringing different things to your head. That's capacity. You have grace to function in that area. Many of us have not taken time to find it, to dig deep into it, to discover it. And that's why we are still where we are. If you want to move from where you are now to the next place that you want to build capacity. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
So, I want to define capacity building. You know, we have talked about capacity. So, What do I mean when I ask you to build it? That's what I want to talk about now on the screen. And capacity building, what it means is the process of developing, process of strengthening the skills, instincts, abilities, processes and resources that organizations and communities need to survive. Actually, this is another dictionary definition. Communities needed to survive. Organizations needed to survive, adapt. Companies need capacity to thrive in this fast changing world. You need it. So you carry a commodity that is in high demand. Nobody jokes with capacity building. It's an essential, it's needed in any organization, in any sector. So this morning we are going to be talking about how to build it. Are we getting value? Yes. Are we still following? Yes. Have I lost you? Not at all. Thank you. Now, the first thing you have to do if you are building capacity for the workplace is to do what? Discover yourself. Somebody say discover yourself. Discover yourself. Say self-discovery. Self-discovery. Self what? Discovery. It means nobody is going to do it for you. You are going to, it's your responsibility, your personal first assignment to discover yourself, to know what you are good at. Who are you when nobody is watching? What can you do in the real sense of doing it? Self-discovery, that's the first assignment that you owe God that created you. You know, you are a gift, but you need to be unwrapped. You need to be unwrapped. You have to open yourself up. God has done his own part. So check yourself out. What did this God package here? What is inside of me? What can I do? What are my unique skills? Every one of us, we are good at one thing or the other. There is something you can do, sir. So what did I do? I sat myself down to find myself out. Who am I? What can I do? I don't need to first of all go to school to understand who I am. School will help me to know who I am. But it has been there before school. What you are has been there before anybody talks to you. You just need that person talking to you to help you find it out. So one of the things that you'll be doing to discover yourself is to go to places, talk to people. Let them help you unveil you. It is not wrong that you cannot discover yourself by yourself. You may need assistance of somebody close to you, somebody on the platform to help you bring you out. Who are you when nobody's watching? You have to first of all identify yourself. Say, I will identify myself. I will identify myself. Say, I will find myself out. I will find myself out. Say, right now I'm lost. Right now I'm lost. I need to find me. I need to find me. It's important. You have been joining people to find who is lost. But now you too, you are lost. Find yourself. Please, I am lost too. You know, one of the greatest things that my mentor told me, he said, Benga, don't ever attend any event, any program that will not stand up to talk. And I was like, what does that mean? That make sure any gathering, any place that you want to go, make sure you are one of those people that will talk there. Whether you are making sense or it's a stupid something. Just stand up and say something. You might not be the speaker, but you are in the audience. Make sure you contribute to the topic. Say something, whether you understand it or at least just stand up and say something, whether it's relevant or not. You have achieved one thing for yourself by doing that. Boldness, ability to stand up without any fear and say something. Even if they are going to correct you later, at least stand up and contribute. You are building yourself up. You are not afraid. Many of us are afraid to find ourselves. And we are lost somewhere. We are confused. We don't know what is going on. You know, I was before Oxford, I was doing so fine. I was privileged to work with, bigger corporations. One of them was Bellevue Airlines. I was there for 4 years on the tarmac, ground dispatch officer. You can imagine the money that was coming. I left Bellevue, I went to another company on the island called Cotecna. The company was in charge of all the importations into Nigeria, anything that is coming through sea. My company will have to scan it. We have a big scanner by the seaside. As they are bringing all those things they are importing, all those goods will pass through our scanning machine. So I enjoyed working in corporate organizations. And I had to leave that sector, that feeling, that situation, and I embarked on a journey without sitting down first to find out whether it was the right thing to do at that time or not. I traveled far away from Lagos to Ghana, Ghana to Egypt, Egypt to Singapore. I suffered, until I was deported back to. I spent over a year in Ghana. I was begging for food inside Dubai airport. Ghanaians are so nice with compliment, but they will not help. So I was sleeping in front of shops. When they were deporting me back from Dubai, it was like 5 of us. The country is so big that they have enough planes. Planes lands and take off in 30 minutes. They have enough. So if you are an illegal person there, they have enough plane to just carry your wallet, just dump in one crash, and that part that's nothing more. They will throw you back to where you are coming from. I was lucky it was Dubai, and I came back to I could not even come back to my original country. I had to come back to Ghana first, begging, roaming around. Pride would not, until I have to come back. Finally, I sat down with my inner man, my being. What can we do to move forward? And I started designing cards. I found out that I have this gift for talking and communication. I have this gift to talk, to act, to communicate. So what can I do? I printed business cards as MCs. So I was doing MC job here and there. I remember my first MC job. I went to a lot too. They gave me a job as an MC, 5,000, I'm telling you, I don't know what. 5K. So, in that, the couple, they came late to the reception. An MC was already in the hall. There's this rushing they normally give to them. Say, MC, they have not come. The couple have not come. Can you just come and be doing something? While we are waiting for them. That was the first mistake I made. And now jump with carry the mic. All the jokes that I've rehearsed in my head, I started pouring them down one by one. And I exhausted all the jokes in my head. The couple did not come. I thought I was tiny. By the time the couple finally arrived, there was no joke again. So I now turned myself to a praise singer, a worshiper, a chorus leader. I just speak correct chorus. Oh Lord, my God, how excellent. Let's sing. And I was watching my foolishness. I have exhausted all the jokes. And I retired back as a chorus leader. When capacity is not well sharpened. I'll repeat your joke, but the beauty of it is that if you repeat any joke, they will not laugh. It will not be funny again. So I shall manage. I'm very good at chorus. So I sang well. And in fact, the host managed to pay me the 5K. I had to wait. We are talking about capacity. Are you getting value this morning? Yes. Now, your talents, your ability versus the needs of this company. Your talents, your ability versus the company needs. You know, there's a meeting point. There's a place of marriage. The marriage of your talents and the needs of the company, what company wants to achieve at that particular point in time. There's a way your talent meets with those needs. So you have to find it. So if it's not your place, you will know. Once you step into any company, capacity should be able to let you know that this is a place for me. I can advance here. I can grow here. You will know. You will know that what they are doing here. Let me just take my time to understand the company's needs, the value system, the vision statement, the mission statement. You will know yourself that this place, I have what it takes to thrive here. Is it not me? When I entered, when I saw banking industry, I know that being guy, you can. They will beat you hands down here. I want to say so. Say, I cannot grow this company until I've grown myself. Say, I cannot grow this company until I've grown myself. So please, from now on, begin to work on finding that intersection, that place of meeting. Where do I come in? Oxford want to buy what you have, your talent. For this company to last generations, your value system, your capacity is very important. The company has serious problem, and they are looking for problem solvers. They are looking for solution providers. The solutions to the problems of Oxford, they are in men and women that are seated here this morning. They cannot go outside and hire it. The solution is right here. That's why they are calling, deep calleth unto the deep. They are calling out, what can you do for us? What can you do for us? So help them solve a problem. But you have to first of all find that place of intersection where they meet. You must understand Oxford vision and mission statement. And sit down and say, what can I do? How can I be part of this thing here? There is something that the organization wants to achieve. So you need to identify those things and build capacity around it. And what will it do for you? It will set you apart as a leader, someone that is contributing in a meaningful way to make you a go-to person. They always want to call you for it. They want to call you for stuff. Who can do that? And that man can solve it. That man can help us out. Anywhere, it was easy for management to spot CD Ubeda. I hope you know. It was easy because of what he carried. He has been able to farm his inner abilities to flame over the years. So coming to Oxford, he knew that this is a place for me. And that great guy, Sheyi Oke, how many of us know him? So he understands that this place is a place for me. Every one of us here, we must get to that level that what can I do? I can function here. My voice can be heard. That's what Oxford is expecting. So I want to encourage you this morning to please develop that skill. Please look at your neighbor, say, develop your skill.
Develop your skill.
Tell him again.
Develop your skill.
Very, very important. Because the skills are there. They are in every one of us. Skills, abilities, potentials. Calling for expression. When are you going to speak me out? These things are there, buried inside of us. They will not speak until they are developed. Say, I will develop my skill.
I will develop my skill.
Say it again as if you will do it.
I will do it.
That's it. You know, I like to do affirmations. I will tell myself, Benga, I'm going to do this. So, if you are ready to develop the skill that you have, the first thing that you must acknowledge that you are willing to change. You know, you have said it, you have confessed it. Some things will happen along the line. Some decisions will come your way that will be very difficult for you to decide. But because you have made up your mind, that you have said to yourself that you are willing to change, you will change. You will change so many things around you. And how to develop your skill is not one big issue that, you know, there are daily things that we do. Take an online course. What does it take to take online course? Alaja? Data Lumaji. At the Android phone. Data. And that data, you know, you are used to using that data to do selfie. Netflix. And TikTok and status. Snapchat. Mr. Macaroni, you are only wo macaroni be. I have a friend, he will be watching status like this and he will still call, big guy, come and see, come and eat for it. It's don't pony. I say, what is wrong with you? This is the only thing I can do. And he will be exciting himself. Or God, do something else. Take online courses. Don't think that you have to pay. A whole lot of online courses are free. Free. Identify platforms where you can take free courses. They will do you a lot of good. They will add to you. They will elevate. Those courses will elevate you. You feel important for yourself. After the training, you will feel that, you have achieved something. You become more important. You become more relevant for yourself. All those online courses. One of the greatest decisions I will never regret that I took when my mates were leaving me for higher institution of learning. I went back online. Thank God for technology. I'm so good at exploring the internet. Just say anything. I don't need to. You know, many of us, we ask questions that Google can answer. And you still be asking me, sir, how do I apply for this form? Don't just type, how do I apply? Google will supply the answer. Many answers are here on Google, but you still be disturbing God. Abba, you go to God and, sir, thou preparest a table before me. Sir, how can I eat it? How can it's food before me now? You have to get spoon. You are still asking God for spoon. The food is there already. He said, in the presence of my enemies. Then Google, how do I eat in presence of enemies? Google everything. Google is not asking. You do YouTube. After God, the next God in my life is G. Google. The next G. I have 2 G's in my life. God and Google. Abi? Ask him. In fact, God deliberately allowed Google to be so that you can give him rest. It's too deep for you to understand, Abi. I'm telling you, it's one of the solutions. These guys are just coming to me. Who are you, Google? I created the guy that invented Google. So use Google. Everything. Some of these courses are free. Right there in my apartment with my laptop. I have a certificate from University of Toronto as I'm standing here. University of Toronto, free. London Business School. University of London, I have their certificates. And I did not leave my apartment at a Gowon Estate. Just apply. Answer the question. Write the test. Everything is there. Pando everything and pass. You can finish a course in less than 5 hours. Depend on your time. Just be reading. attend professional conferences, seminars. Go. It's one of the 24 engagements that characterized my 24 years of waiting to get a BSc. I attend professional conference seminar, whether they are relevant or not, I just want to go. I have a way of knowing places that events are happening. Somebody is coming to speak. This person is coming to. I want to just go and see his face. I want to go and hear Stephen Akitayo. I want to go and hear Okpebanwo. What's Fela Durotoye. I want to go and hear Tony Elumelu. They are there. You can search by name or by institution. Just go and get those certificates too. And also work with skilled people. Work with skilled people. The company that you keep determine the result that you get. Flock with the right association. If the garden of your neighbor is greener than your own, your neighbor is paying more water bills. There's something that is doing that you are not doing. I'm telling you, you cannot continue to do the same thing the same way and you expect different results. You know, somebody said that it's a sign of insanity that this way we are doing it. You know, some of us will go to vigils, we go to pray. We pray, and the vigil was so powerful. The man of God delivered so well that the way he prophesied, the way he sees all the vision, and it's like the next day like this, as you are waking up, that magic is waiting for you by the door. No, I'm working on the sermon now. Prayer points versus action points. Anytime you open your mouth to pray, you are shooting yourself in the. You are telling God, I am ready to cooperate with you to make these things happen. You are praying God for a car. Are you doing what can fetch you that car? I was engaging somebody last night and I just asked, do you have a registered business? He said no, and he's a graduate. And you don't have it, and you are here in this church praying. You are praying the kind of prayer that a business owner is praying. You want to get the same result that he's getting. You don't have. What if that blessing that you are praying for comes in the direction of registered business? Have we not witnessed when somebody wants to help you and say, do you have a registered business? That's all I need to help you. Do you have one? And you say, do you have an international passport? Do you have an we are looking for people to carry abroad. Do you have international passport? I say, just give me 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm going to do it. I'm going to call my uncle to give me money. At this stage. There are some things that you are supposed to have gotten down. Basically, they're already waiting. You know, all those courses that I did online, I did so many of them without needing them, but I just did. Let me just do them down. They will be needed somehow one day. They were asking for last track certificate one day, recently, in one of the applications I submitted. And when last track came out, I have the first time I did it, I don't even need it. But I did it and keep. I uploaded it on my Google Drive. I just saw one opportunity that it was only last track certificate that can make you qualify. I just uploaded it. Prepare down. Go and learn how to drive. Before the opportunity comes, get these things down. I got a job as a marketing manager in the company, and after that interview, you need to see my CV. Hey, if you see my CV, you will not employ me. In fact, at the sight of my CV like this one, you just yank me off, because my CV was just upside down like this. The school, one satellite campus in Ogbomoso, this one, all those, there was no degree, the OND itself, we had to do satellites and sandwiches, all of those. It was just there. I could not put them together. And I submitted that same CV for a job. And thank God for the influence of one of the friends that I know there. And they brought me in. I sat down like this. And the man was flipping through my CV. He was about shaking his head like this to reject me. I look at his face. I said, sir, can you give me 5 minutes of your time? Look, that CV that you are watching will discourage you. Please, just push it aside. Talk to me. Give me just 5 minutes, sir. Let me just talk for 5 minutes. Please, please. I look at him eyeball to eyeball. 5 minutes. I was bold. So the boldness made him to say, this guy, should only do it. I said, yes, sir. 5 minutes. And he said, okay, go ahead. And I started talking. Sir, this your company so big, you are so good at what you are doing. Oh, your product can compete with big brands all over Africa. But can I tell you what you are lacking here? You lack visibility. On the website. Don't show me what more. Control what more. I know. Sir, you lack visibility. How come you are not on Facebook, you are not on Twitter, you don't have YouTube channel, and this product is so fantastic. You might want to know like this. So what I'm going to do for you, sir, I'm going to set up an interactive, responsive website for your company. I'm going to create pages for you on social media. You need to be on Instagram. It is only people that are resident local in this environment that you can sell to because you don't have online presence. That's what you are lacking. Your glory will skyrocket within months. As if I have that solution. I was just blasting in there. And the 5 minutes he gave me turned to 30 minutes. He didn't even know when 5 minutes passed. He was enjoying every delivery as I was dropping it. At the end of the day, when they don't want to give you a job after your interview, there's something that they normally say to discharge you. What is it? We will get back to you. The man would not say that. He looked at me like this and said, Mr. Gbenga, I think I like to work with you. I knew you would say that. I smiled. I said, so it was my time now to say that thing they normally tell us. They have told me several times. So I had one time to say it back to an employer. And now look at it and say, sir, I will get back to you. I use them to do shakara. Say, I will get back to you. You want to have me? Let me go and think I will get back to you, sir. And I went away. They started disturbing with calls. Come and start. And at the end of the day, I went there again. They said there was an official car attached to the position. I said, no problem. So they called me up to come and pick up the car. And I got there. The man walked me to the front of the office and handed me over the key to the car. I sat inside like this. I started it. And I wanted to move. I found out that the car was manual. And I could not drive manual. Yeah. I could not drive manual. See, I just look at him like this. Sir, this is manual. I can't drive manual. Change this car. See, before I could say that, I knew they don't have any other option to take me. I was the only best overall candidate for that job. I have led them to that corner. I've captured them. I said, sir, I cannot take this car. I need to change this car to automatic. The man was so agitated. I said, but why can't you tell us before that you cannot drive? I said, well, I don't know that you are giving manual. This is manual. Do you want me to do this job or not? Give me automatic. The man was just, hey, where are we going to start now? They could not go through that stress of going to recruit again, hire and doing that. They have found the right person they want in me. And he said, okay, and what can I do now? Do you know that they have to go and pay driving school? And they gave me 2 weeks to go and learn. They paid somebody inside this Gowon estate. One driving school that is around that GTB side. They paid him. That go and learn with their money. So that was the first time I learned manual, how to drive manual. So after the learning, the driving lesson, I went back to the company to pick the car. After you learn manual, you see me struggling to drive. You'll be pushing it small. So I was doing that because my job demands driving, traveling, and all of that. I was doing that job, and they gave me target, just like they are giving us target here. You know what? They gave me target. That you must do. I said no problem, but there was salary attachment to the target. So I was collecting the salary. First month, I could not meet target. Second month, I could not meet target. Third month, I could not meet target. One day, I was driving with my boss. I said, "Sir, sack me. You are paying me salary every month, and I have not met your target once. Let me go." No, look at it. I said, no, it is not productive. It cannot help the company. I know what can help the company. How can you be paying somebody salary? He's just sitting down there collecting salary, pressing computer, going up and down, and it's not productive. Sir, fire me. I look at him and say, why are you okay? That's it, because I'm not productive. I've not met your target. You have been paying me salary. That's the right thing, no? You know, I could keep my mouth shut and just be collecting salary. And I will be driving the car. But I was bold enough to tell him. Because I knew where I was going. And the man was reluctant to tell me. I left myself. When I left that place, I had to go and start my consulting firm. You know, I don't like to be tied down. I want to be free. That was what helped me. So, be capacity conscious. It will deliver a strange boldness to you anywhere. You know that you cannot be stranded. How much are you paying me? I want to keep me here. How much? I don't want to beg for that. I want to earn it. I want to earn. So, you know, when I interview people that comes for interview notes, I tell them, look, this slide that you are collecting, you must be able to earn it too. In Oxford now, I don't tell them, you know, when you say, how much do you want to, I say, how much do you want to collect? They say, sir, you know, the company has a standard. They know I say that. You know, there's a standard. So I'm willing to accept your standard. I say, here in Oxford, we allow you, we have money. We have plenty money. So say any amount, I'm going to pay you. I will push them to say the amount. Some of them say, give me 300,000. I say, fine, 300K. So how much can you give me if I pay you 300,000 at the end of the month? Tell me amount. Maybe you want to collect salary at the end of the month, Abi. Me too, I'll be expecting my delivery at the end of the month. So how much can you give me if I give you 300K? That money is not a problem. Do you want more? Add to it. We have money here. We have money. So you will be forced to say amount. Look, how much can you give me? That's where they struggle. I say, I will try. I say, I will try. Not go. I cannot say that. You want to be able to say this one, no? You cannot say, okay. So you're able to cut your whole salary. You cannot say the target that you want to meet. Say it, though. Say it. And you'll not be struggling. But capacity will make you to be bold. To say this is achievable, this is not achievable. That's what I did with that company. Somebody say I will develop my skill.
I will develop my skill.
Never stop practicing. Work with the right associations. Overcome your fear and biases. Seek opportunities. Seek opportunities. I was out of this country on all expense paid trip just by pressing computer. Anytime I go online with my phone or my laptop, the first thing I'm looking for is opportunity. Anyone at all. I just want to type what is happening here, what I want to know. Opportunity. I've been blessed several times going through stuff online. And I come across opportunities to do this, to do that. See, capacity will make you have this guts that you will see yourself everywhere. You can never be. It puts me anywhere. I am delivering. And out of one of those things that you are doing will result in the breakthrough that you are praying for in church. One of them, just be everywhere. What I'm doing here has a way of announcing me. So when you are building capacity, most of the time, record it, document it, so that you can have something to show. Let's go, sir. Document it. The Bible says that a city that is set upon the hill cannot be what? Cannot be hidden. So put yourself on the hill, let them see you. Advertise yourself. Seek opportunities. Don't wait for them to come to you. These are some of the resources that can help you to discover yourself. If you go through these links now, you can take some tests that will help you to know you. This site will help you. Just take that test. You'll be answering some questions and they will be telling you that at the end of the day, they will give you a result. You are not a figure accounting person. You are an administrator. You are an operation person. You will do this. They have built it to help you know. I'm sure some of us are agreeing with me on that. There are sites that can help you to know what you can do. Sincerity. You know, you will be sincere enough to answer the questions. How many times do you sleep in a week? What do you like doing? All those questions will be answered, and then they will give you results. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, Benga Olukosi is my name. They call me Africa's fearless capacity hunter. I see capacities. I see potentials. And this is the reason why I hunt, build, and empower for productivity. Thank you so much for listening, and see you again.